All right. Hello, everyone. This is Travel with Nik and Adinah. We hope you're doing great. I am Nik Johnson. This is my beautiful travel companion and most importantly, wife. Most importantly, that's right. Most important wife. I'm Adinah Johnson. Hello, honey.
I'm your only wife, not the most important wife.
By default, you are my most important wife since you are my only wife. That's like when your kids ask you, am I your favorite child? You say, yes, of course you're my favorite child because you're my only child. So no? Okay. So, welcome. We are coming to you live from Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. We are upon the Carnival Horizon. This is day 6 of our cruise. We're
Days.
8 days. Yeah. And just FYI, since we're on the cruise, one of our microphones died. So we are using a very small lapel microphone. So you'll see me pass it back and forth or see us pass it back and forth. So what we wanted to do was just kind of go ahead and take a moment to introduce ourselves to you and what you can expect from this channel. This is a companion channel. This is a companion channel for relationship coaching with Nik and Adinah. We've always focused a lot on travel. It's things that we have gained a great deal of enjoyment for in our relationship. And so what we wanted to do was like, okay, why don't we just kind of make a dedicated space for that? Because we mentioned it on our other channel, but this is going to be exclusively for that. And so if you find interest in relationship topics, if you have a friend who might need some resources for their relationship, or you yourself might be needing something, we would suggest and recommend or encourage you to go over to Relationship Coaching with Nik and Adinah. We'll share a link with that down in the description. But what can you expect here? I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Adinah, my favorite wife, so she can tell you more.
So I feel like if you have a travel channel, you have to travel. So, where were some of the places we traveled this year? And this is to interview you. Where were some of the places we traveled this year? This is 2024. And this year, of course, we've gone to Orlando, Atlanta. Where are some of the other places we've gone this year?
Went to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I feel like we've had to go to Atlanta sometime this year because I feel like we go to Atlanta multiple times in the year. So Atlanta. Of course, we've gone here to the Dominican Republic.
I did a long trip in Washington, D.C. this year.
You did? Yeah.
So that was a really long trip for our daughter's safety patrol. And yeah,
You forgot one. We went to Houston. We drove to Houston. You forgot about
we
Houston.
did go to Houston. I didn't forget Houston, but yeah, we did go to Houston. We do quite a bit of travel. It's like about every 6 weeks to 2 months, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit because we live in Florida. We've gone to Atlanta, Orlando, Houston, Dominican Republic. I mean, so many different places. Washington D.C. So, and it's only September. We came here in August, so it's an 8-day cruise. So we do a lot of moving around. So I think it's important for us to share some of the things that we do, some of the tips that we do, because we also are in the saving money space, being frugal. So some of the things that we'll share on our travel channel, it's not that we don't enjoy ourselves, because we do. And I'm at the place where I want to spend more because we've saved for so long. So my idea is we're not in the saving mode anymore. We're in more spending mode, but it's still spending with
Intention.
yeah, intention. Because like even today, our kids, we're in Dominican Republic, and today our kids did ziplining. When are you going to be able to zip line in Dominican Republic again? So it's like you have to spend the money and enjoy those things when you have the opportunity. But I think I'm more into spending money than you are, though.
I would agree.
So
Yeah, I would agree. But I think that it's extremely important. One of the things why we enjoy travel so much is that usually whenever you're planning a trip, you are selecting a future date. Sometimes I guess you could have some spontaneous kind of trips where you go just on a whim and do something, but typically you plan it out, 3 months, 6 months, a year. One of the things that we have enjoyed or we found value in our relationship is that once we plan a trip together in a year, that means that we still see each other with with one another in a year. 5 years. That's just part of the goals that we want to do that. So it's extremely important to do that. I've had a travel bug for a long time. Interestingly, one of the first jobs that I wanted to have was as a travel agent when I got out of the military. But when I got out the military, I was like, I think this whole internet thing, people gonna like start booking their own stuff themselves. So I don't know if it's gonna be much of a future in being a travel agent. So I was like, I'll try this whole computer thing again, and that ended up being a good decision. So we do that. So we really enjoy it. So we want to do something really quick to just kind of introduce the channel. So what you're going to see soon is kind of a debrief on this trip. So we want to make sure to kind of at least get some of this kind of beautiful scenery in the background before we leave from here. So we'll get a debrief on that. We'll talk about our next trip that's coming up. We'll talk about some of the things that we do. Adinah mentioned some of the kind of tips and tricks that we use. We'll share those, some hacks. One thing that you will see here, we're usually kind of particular about our kids being seen on like social media or whatever, but oftentimes people think that you can't travel with kids. So I almost feel like we'll be doing a disservice for those people. So you will see our kids there. At this particular point, regardless of how they act, know that we have tried to train them.
So not nice.
Oh, just kidding. No, we love them. And part of the reason why, we do what we do is for them, because we want them to be able to experience things that we didn't experience as kids. And so we want to make sure to do that. Literally, our son got called on the stage a couple days ago. He's at the teen camp, and what happened is that they were kind of going around. They were doing their version of Family Feud, and so they're going on trying to get information. And they asked my son, "Hey, asked him his name and stuff like that. Was he trying to celebrate anything? Was this his first cruise?" Like, "Oh, of course, this is my first cruise. I'm platinum."
Yeah.
And he was like,
and platinum means you've been on cruise boat 75 nights.
Yeah, and he was just, so taken aback and offended that, she would think that this was his first cruise. But being at 14 years of age, she was like, when I was 14, I was going nowhere. So
nowhere.
Yeah, so that's
we're platinum too, so
yeah.
he caught us.
Yeah, and so he has caught us. So hopefully he won't get he's at a good spot. So we'll at some point hopefully we will be platinum before we'll leave him. Yeah, we'll leave him at platinum. We'll go to diamond. Yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll talk about cruises, because honestly, if you look at it, probably cruising is probably our favorite mode of travel or transportation. But then we'll get into some other stuff as far as ways to save money, not only traveling as single individuals, as couples, but also as a full family. So we'll be doing all that stuff. So if you do have any questions or anything, please let us know. We'll do our best to try to share some of that info there. So that being said, we're going to sign out here. This is Travel with Nik and Adinah. Hope you have a great rest of your day.